Hey, this is Dave Fleetwood from Just Drive It, and this is Amy Fleetwood. We're coming at you with a kind of a year in review video from 2021. We didn't always have our GoPro, and so some of it will be kind of a slideshow with pictures and things. We went on the Hot Rod Power Tour and took the 54 Plymouth, and everyone says there's a trailer queen and you can't drive that car and stuff, so we
If you see it on a trailer, you better call us.
Yes, absolutely, it's been stolen or something. And so we took it on a power tour with my brother Jimmy and his wife Diane. Had a great time, and just it was a great car. It was a little hot. It was in August, and we didn't have air conditioning or automatic transmission like they
both
suggest.
recommended, yes.
Yeah, but we never listened very well. So.
No.
But anyway, we had a great year, had a great time, and this is our video, and we'll take you along some of the shows that we went to and the places
Bowling
we
Green.
went. That was awesome. Hadn't been there for a few years.
Yeah.
One of my favorite shows of the year, the Bowling Green Hot Rod Reunion, and quite a few other ones. So join us for along for the ride for 2021, and we hope to have a lot more coming for you in 2022. We thank you and appreciate all the support. Keep watching and subscribe and tell everyone about us, and we'll keep bringing you along on our adventures and our builds. And this fine Chrysler we're sitting in right now will be hopefully our next one we're out cruising around in and taking some videos of. So, you got anything else to say, Amy?
Nope. Keep watching.
Keep watching, and we hope you enjoy the video. All right, this is the start of the year. Pretty typical day with a driveway full of cool old cars. Got a little snow last year. We don't get that very often anymore. It's our old DeSoto and our Ram Charger sitting in the driveway. We ran out of gas for heat, and couldn't get the truck up to us to fill our tank, so our neighbor came by and plowed off the driveway so they'd get the gas truck up. That was really nice of him. And the old tired 318 and the 53 Dodge came out and was replaced with a 360 out of an RV, which is still in there and doing well. As you can see, the garage is pretty crammed full of stuff and tight working quarters. And that's our old mule there. We push and pull cars around and go get pizza and drive it when it snows. It's a good all-around vehicle. We had to go get some parts for it last winter and fight some briars and brush here, but the price was right, so we went for that. And same way with this solenoid for our overdrive, the price was free, so we didn't mind a little struggle. This is downtown Salem, Indiana. They have cruise-ins throughout the summer. And beautiful 59 Dodge from that show was my favorite one there. Amy's parts cleaner in the kitchen sink there, getting the intake and valve covers ready to put on our 360 to replace our tired 318. Turned out pretty well. This is it back on the road on our first test drive down to English to see how that done. And this is going to get pizza at Brandenburg, Kentucky, right on the mighty Ohio River. It's always try to find an excuse to get out and drive somewhere for no good reason even, especially in the chop top if the weather's nice. Had a few new additions to the family this year. They're all grown up now. This is a little local car show at Cordon, Indiana. We had a lot of Mopar muscle cars there. It's just like a little cruise-in night, and there's a 426 Hemi convertible Coronet there, and all these mind-blowing, rare and expensive Mopars. We're going to try to make that one a usual for us. And this Superbird with a Hemi in it and ridiculously low miles is featured in Speed and Culture this month, and it is unbelievably well preserved as a race car all of its life. And he started that thing up a few times, sounded really good. Manny's all grown up now and was a senior and went to prom this year.
Yard sale season.
Yeah, Amy works that poor old truck to death in yard sale season. This is our trip to Vintage Torque Fest in Iowa. That was a awesome trip, a family vacation. We talked Manny into going.
Because they had an aquarium.
Yeah, we've got an aquarium or a place with, got to do with video games, different things. We always try to bait Manny into going with us to these places. So
you can't bait him with a car show.
No, it takes more than that to get Manny out of the house and to go places with us. So we had to get him to go for the aquarium and stuff. So, and then the museum was awesome. Had some big steam-powered dredger, steam-powered machine shop. And those are all two-stroke boat motors there. It's just a lot of stuff about Dubuque's history, especially the late 1800s, 1900s. It was a really, really booming place and built a lot of boats and steam-powered stuff. And the downtown area is really neat. A lot of great old buildings, and it's really hilly and kind of rugged around the river there.
Well, this was Thursday night. They had what they called a parade in the downtown area. And so there on the right is that museum that we had pictures of before there.
Got the big paddle wheel out in front. That's one of the paddle wheels off that dredger. I can't remember how tall that wheel is, but it's ridiculous. And the thing had one on each side of it. And there's a lot of bridges in the town, and just a lot of history there. Of course, a lot of nice people. And then the shot towers around here somewhere. There's a place that manufactured shot right there in the background. Tower. And they had like screens of different sizes, and they poured molten lead through it at the top of that, and it fell down and would harden up before it hit the floor at the bottom. That's how they made shot for a lot of years. I'm not sure if that's still the way they do it, but that was pretty neat. And I don't remember how many cars was in that cruise, but it was quite a few. And this is call it an elevator. It's like a trolley car that goes up and down the mountainside there.
It was a guy's personal elevator back in the day. It was steam powered.
Yes, and its original form's electric now, of course, but it is a really neat view of everything around, and it's cheap.
Yeah, it was like $2 to ride it or something.
And you can see the whole town and the river, and 3 states from there: Wisconsin, Illinois, and Iowa. Yeah, I'd like to have that. But that was a lot of fun. It's kind of sketchy and rickety, but it's been working for over 100 years and doing well, so we trusted it.
And they had a reliability run on Friday.
A lot of back roads cruising, gravel roads, and dirt.
There was a lot of cars involved in that.
A lot of cars, yes. A lot of cars, a lot of dust, a lot of neat scenery. Ferry boat ride that you'll see here in just a moment. And that was a lot of fun, getting your cars on and off of that.
Yeah, this was the Cassville Ferry.
And Cassville has Big Red. We always like that.
Yes, they had a gas station in Wisconsin, in Cassville, Wisconsin, and it had Big Red.
Yeah, it's hard to find in some places. And luckily, we got on as one of the last cars, so we got to get off as one of the last cars. There was a big old lip on the other side. And by the time everyone else went over it, it kind of knocked it down. They scraped it off with their bumpers and had it knocked down pretty flat by the time we drove off of it. So
everybody was excited to see the ferry. The locals, they were like, "Oh, is the ferry running? Is the ferry running?" Because I guess it takes a lot of time off of your travel if you can just hop on the ferry. But we had just secured the ferry for, I guess, just for that reliability run.
Yeah, for that day. There's some of the cars coming off of it. It's neat to hear the sounds of them. It's always good to see cars in motion. Car shows are cool, but it's always funner to see them moving and hear them. Sounds, and smoke and fire and gasoline. You like that stuff?
Yeah.
And that poor guy in that Jeep pickup was running on fumes.
Yes, he barely had any gas.
Yeah.
Because we were trying to find him a gas station so he could go just as soon as he got off the ferry.
Yeah, and he made it.
Yes, he did.
He didn't know how, but he did.
He was so excited to get to the reliability run, he'd forgot to stop for gas.
Yeah, it's easy to do. There's a lot of neat cars and old trucks at the Port Club. A lot of old trucks. It's hard to beat old trucks. All your dirt bikes and the yard sale finds. Yeah, and that mighty Mississippi River, it's really something. Didn't have time to do any catfishing while I was there, but maybe next time. I'd have a big cooler.
I don't know how we would have fit anything else in that car.
No, that's one thing about that shop Plymouth is there's not a lot of room for extras.
Once time you just put people in and you're full.
Yeah, you can barely put people in it. So. Yard sale schools. And then each ferry ride took a pretty good while, so we waited.
Yeah, it was like 45 minutes a trip.
We waited for a few of them to unload before we took off on the other side. They had some awesome vintage stock car action there on the speedway. Low 55 Chevys and Chargers and Camaros and Chevelles and everything you can imagine out there. And the boys weren't cutting no slack. They were rubbing racing was the name of the game there. They were hard on these things. Pedal to the metal. They wasn't making play, parade laps out there. they were serious. They were out to win. That's what we like to see. And we watched that for a while, and they had a chain race where they hooked up one car to another with a chain and drug each other around the track. That was pretty neat.
And this was going into Vintage Twerk Fest that Saturday.
Yeah, it's a lot of neat cars. It was a pretty good car show, just hanging out, waiting to get in.
Yeah.
And the indoor stuff had some cars debuted there, some really nice stuff. And
they had dirt drags.
That was pretty entertaining.
Yeah, there's a lot going on at that show.
We had a lot of really good swap meet there. A lot of neat tail fin Mopars was there. Now this is the Iron Horse Saloon. A good buddy of ours told us about it.
It's in Savannah, Illinois.
He said, "Oh, you need to stop in there." He said, "I tell people about this place all the time, and no one will stop in there, and it's unbelievable. Bunch of old Harley and Indians in there, dirt track, hill climbers, like 4-valve factory bikes. Just unbelievable stuff. A bunch of British stuff. Original stock stuff. Just anything you can imagine, especially early 1900s stuff is there."
And this was a local show at the B&L Vocational Center, a school around here. They have a show on a Wednesday for the kids at the school. So
I wasn't able to be in on that when I had to work. So.
No, Dave had to work.
There's the old seat from the...
The 53 had a terrible seat.
Yeah.
I found one on Marketplace for $25. It took some scrubbing, but looks a whole lot better.
Yeah. Had to do some cutting and trimming to make that fit, but it was well worth it. And there's a 55 price for...
Most people have an electric winch. We just have Dave.
Yeah. One battery in there goes dead.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah.
So that was in Illinois. We ran and got that.
We'll have to drive it back there and take a picture by that big grocery store guy.
There you go. That's a good idea.
And that's what we'll do.
It was pretty crusty. It looked a lot better after a bath.
Yeah. Wash all the moss off.
And we went to French Lick. That was our wedding anniversary. Married for 21 years. We got married in 2000 just to make the math easy.
No other paint scheme on that train there.
And our youngest graduated. And our babies are getting bigger. And now we really got to get to work on that seat because it's almost time for the Urban Blitzkrieg run.
Yeah, we had to get that seat in there before we took a big one.
Yeah, this is literally the night before and it's raining and it's a mess.
The garage was full of stuff, so we was working on it in the driveway.
But we made it.
And that was in Hazard, Kentucky. That's where we first stopped that night and made up with all the people at the hotel. That was some awesome driving.
Oh, yeah.
Twisty, windy roads. Went through all over eastern Kentucky.
Into Virginia.
Dipped into Virginia and through Harlan and Hamilton County anyway. And old coal mining areas and stuff. It was just really, really great stuff to see. A lot of fun. Manual steering and manual tranny was a good workout.
Yeah.
Stopped along some of these brewery type places along the way. They have impromptu car shows at these places. And it was just a lot of fun.
That's Beatersville, which is kind of the end of the Blitzkrieg run. Friend made that. That's really gonna be neat. This is me getting ready for Custom Car Revival. Everybody else taking their customs, and I had to drive up the hot rod. It'll be a little different. It won't let me in, but I can still cruise up and go get some groceries.
Yeah, and at the Custom Car Revival, the car show is a parking lot or across the road. So that's where all the hot rods and stuff that don't get into the show go, is the parking lot across the road. So 2 car shows in one.
You can see a few more pictures. We got a short on CCR.
Buddy's Zephyr there. Awesome car.
That was driven from California.
Yeah. Yeah, just a lot of neat cars there. All 50s style customs. That's hanging out at the hotel.
Okay, and then this is on our way down to Bowling Green. We have a little back road we can take to Bowling Green. It's about 3.5 hours, but we just done a turn and burn for the day.
Awesome Chevrolet fuel alters and clean truck dragsters, and the smell of nitro in there all day.
The
Brake
noise.
swap meet, and noise, and front engine dragsters, and fuel coops, and just all the cool stuff that the Bowling Green Hot Rod Reunion. Good car show too. But I love the vintage drag racing. But there's fields of cars down there, and
Oh yeah.
big swap meet, but we didn't buy anything.
No.
That car came from Mitchell originally. I gotta build one of those ones that way. Pull behind the chop top. AMC powered wheelies. And I just love it. We try not to miss that show, but it's right in our backyard. That helps. And stop along the Rupp River on the way and take some pictures. There's a lot of beautiful country down in Kentucky. 4.0 convertible, tore a transmission out of it this year, but it'll just be down for a little while. I'll have her back on the road.
Yeah, we got it out to go to a yard sale down the road, and our friend was having a birthday, so we stopped to give him a birthday howdy here.
Yeah.
And there's a short on that on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, if anyone has a header panel for a 64.5 Dodger Plymouth B body.
Yeah, because that's why
without
it
rust.
does not have a top.
Yeah, hard to find.
And then that's me dragging him home whenever his transmission quit.
Yeah. Chain, it's only 20 miles or so to drag.
Yeah, it
it
wasn't bad.
Not that bad to drag by a chain.
I like this wheels up here.
Yeah, I changed the fluid and filter, but it was too far gone.
This is the Sega Southeast Gassers at ET Raceway in Lyons.
Yeah, Wagler Motorsports Park now that they call it, but everyone around here still knows this ET.
Oh yeah.
And
Forgot
this
it
was
changed
the Mustang Elms.
No,
No, it's this one.
that's Spout Springs.
Yeah.
Okay, I go down and help my mom weed eat and stuff, and I found out that the weed eater will fit in the hot rod, so that was awesome. And
About all it'll fit.
And then I found a snake. It was wrapped up in the netting that we had for our blueberries, so I don't like snakes, but I had to save that one.
Or the Dodge Dakota here we bought just for a motor Jeep, and the frame was rusted on it, and the guy was driving down the highway, and the right front wheel and upright and upper A-arm and everything just fell off on him. So we got that truck cheap, and planning on putting that motor in our old Ram Charger.
Because it needs it.
Yeah.
This wore plumb out.
Yeah, that'd have been an exciting ride for sure.
Yeah. But this is on the way to Mustang Elm.
Oh.
It was actually Trinity Springs. It was like kind of like a resort. It had the Sulphur Springs,
Hotel.
kind of like French Lick had.
Yeah, back in the day when people thought sulfur water was good for you and cured all kinds of ailments.
We
and
still have sulfur
we
water.
have sulfur
So.
water.
So if anybody wants to pay for some of our water.
Yeah, we'll send it to you. Yeah, it was a good day. A lot of fun with friends and
Hitting bugs.
yeah, hitting bugs.
And then
A big bug.
they live to the north, we live to the south, so we stopped for gas and we're going to head back south. And they were all heading north back home. So it's always cool when you can ride in a big convoy with your friends. I mean, we go it alone a lot, but it's always more fun with other people.
Yeah, and the more the better. And in old stuff.
And we done something a little different.
Dirt bike adventure.
Yes, dirt bikes.
My buddy Jason and Danny and one of their friends. These guys, I used to ride with them when I was in junior high and high school.
And then our oldest boy, Austin, he came down and he rode with us too.
This was at Linville, Indiana, at the Interlake riding area. Took Amy's little lady with us, and we just had a big old day. We rode all day long.
Now getting ready for power tour.
Yeah, I had to get some insulation in the car, try to keep the heat out as much as possible.
Well, I've melted my shoe to the firewall before, so we thought maybe this would help.
It didn't help a lot.
It made it more of an even heat,
Yeah,
like an
people-
oven instead of a frying pan.
Yeah, people go on about all that insulation and dynamite and stuff, but it really didn't make a huge difference in our car. But it did make some difference. We
It
had a
did.
great time on the power tour. That's what, Cedar Point?
It's Cedar Point. I've never got to go, but that's the closest I've been to it.
Yeah, because the first night we stayed right on the lake.
In Huron.
Yeah, close to Norwalk. Neat old light tower thing. And had to give the car a bath. It was filthy from all the hours on the road.
And we did have a hood issue.
Yeah, the latch wouldn't stay latched, so we got a belt from the Goodwill to strap it down.
We ate good.
Oh gosh, good stuff pizza.
Got lots of thrifty finds.
Yeah, lots of thrifty finds. That poor car so
Look,
stuffed.
I loaded that thing
Couldn't
down.
put anything else in there.
I thought I was going to throw you out.
Yeah, I might have to next time. I had the Formula Drift and autocross and drag racing and
And pack Jesus away safely.
yeah, anything you can imagine, the Power Tour had it. And cars of all ages and styles and builds. And got to drive underneath the racetrack through the tunnel here. That was a lot of fun. And 5 stops along the way, 5 days, and everywhere you go is just like it's like cruising around when you're a kid.
You never knew
but
what
for
you was
5
going to
days
see.
in a
Look at
row.
that.
Yeah, that guy was safety first. He had 10 jack stands under there.
And the people were so friendly.
Yeah, all along the Power Tour, people have signs and welcoming you and telling you there's no cops, they'll burn out. And
Of course, we were afraid to lose a rear end, so
yeah,
we don't get
trains,
too
a lot of
crazy.
trains up north. We don't see too many of them down here anymore.
We have plenty of tracks, but we just don't get any train activity.
You see those we like.
We were both from railroad towns, so we both grew up with trains, and we just have a thing for trains.
Weirdos.
Weirdos.
It was a lot of fun. Brother Jimmy and his wife Diane went with us.
That's the little black Nissan that you see.
He says next year he's taking his old Plymouth though, so
Well, he just didn't have his upholstery back this year, or else he would have taken it this year. But
yeah.
But
Well,
again, it was nice to have, even though we didn't need a support vehicle,
Praise
it's
the Lord
good
for
to
that,
have
yeah.
somebody there.
and this is the Hot Rod Hullabaloo in Lexington, Kentucky. It's a really good traditional show. And it's for suicide awareness. A good show and for good reason, and a lot of neat old stuff there, and have downhill races and some food trucks, and get to walk through some shops and see how other people do things, and it's a pretty fun time. Meet up with some old friends.
Our friend Jeff, he got the t-shirt pick, so he'll be on
Yeah.
the shirt for next year.
Awesome Hemi-powered car.
And then we went to the cruise on Childs. It happened to be the same evening. It's in Harrodsburg, Kentucky.
Talked by another awesome Plymouth there.
And this is the Lanesville tractor show. I
Antique
guess.
tractor and equipment show, yeah. Steam powered stuff, steel wheeled stuff. Tractor pulling with antique tractors. Just food, and it's just unbelievable. That's the first time I'd been to it, and it was really great. And that's our old parts car Chrysler. We bought it for a windshield and trim and bumper and a lot of things for our hardtop we're building. Turns out the silly thing runs. So, we've got video on that thing, even when we took it for a test drive down the road with just an emergency brake. We'll have to find something to put that motor and transmission in for sure.
We thought it was going to be this Chrysler, but it's just going to be the oil pan, I think is what kind
we
of hung us
have
up
a
on
rack
that.
and pinion steering set up in this car, and going to take a lot of work to make that motor work with that, and thought we won't put that much work into it. We might as well put a big block in there. So
this is our Wabash Cannonball trip. We've got a whole video on that.
and that was fun. You should do that if you haven't.
And we were trying to make space in the garage, but we just have so much stuff.
Yeah.
So somebody had to go.
And then Morris had to
And there's
go.
a whole video on that too.
Yeah, it was a fun little Saturday adventure, getting to go to Tennessee and sell a car and see a lot of cool motorcycles and
Yeah, that was a win.
meet nice people down there too.
And then we're still trying to clear stuff around here. So that's one of the baby kitties.
Yeah,
That's
taking
Nibble.
a ride on the van there. So.
Yeah, they're fearless. So I made a Dollar Tree wreath for the 53, get all festive.
Yeah.
And there's also a video on the hot rod there. This was Christmas Eve. We were out messing around with it.
Yeah, what better to do on Christmas than hot rod?
And then Christmas Day, we finally got to pull the 55, well, drag and push.
Yeah, push and pull the 55 in the garage. Get to work on that van.
And get the chop top out because it's 70 degrees for Christmas.
Well, thanks for watching our video and supporting our channel, and we'll be bringing you some new videos of this 55 Chrysler build here in the near future, and we'll have it out on the road this summer. And remember, don't wait around till you can do something right. Just get out there and do it the best you can and just drive it.
Stay tuned.